Hello and welcome to Hashing It Out, a weekly news show about NFTs by NFTs. I'm your host, Hashmask13082, and joining me as always is my lovely co-host, 13081.
Draco!
Let's jump into this week's news.
What news, man? There's only one story that's worth reporting on this week. Draco 3050, an actual Hashmask, one of us, has just appeared on a Times Square billboard for an entire day.
Yes, and we'll get to that later in the show.
Let me say that again for the folks in the back. An original NFT artwork was just presented in the middle of New York City, hand in hand with advertisements for McDonald's, Levi's, and the new Marvel movie. How is that not the main story on all media everywhere?
Well, I'm sure that the
Wake up, New York Times. You're missing the scoop. You're missing all the scoops. Draco!
Yes, well, a thought-provoking commentary as always, 13081. And on that note, let's jump right into the news from the fast-moving world of NFTs. Dapper Labs, the company behind NBA Top Shot and the Flow blockchain, announced a new $305 million funding round backed by investors like Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, and Andreessen Horowitz. The new funding round places Dapper Labs' current valuation at a whopping $2.6 billion. Dapper Labs' runway hit, NBA Top Shots, has already generated over $500 million in sales since launch, with more than 2 million in daily volume on the secondary market. While Top Shot remains the focus, Dapper Labs said in the press release that it intends to introduce more digital collectibles in collaboration with Warner Media Group and UFC later this year.
Oh, I can't wait until Conor McGregor becomes an NFT. Maybe we can organize a good old-fashioned UFC stare-down. I already started practicing in my mirror. Notorious vs Hashmask 13081, coming this fall, only on pay-per-view. Let's make this happen, Dana.
The latest celebrity to jump on the NFT train, Snoop Dogg, debuted his first original NFT collection over the weekend, published exclusively on the Crypto.com website. Titled A Journey with a Dog, the collection features 8 pieces inspired by Snoop's early career, an original track titled NFT, as well as limited edition of so-called Snoop Doggy coin. In the announcement, Snoop called NFTs an amazing innovation and said a portion of the proceedings from his NFT auction will go towards supporting young and emerging artists in the crypto space.
Oh, so that's why the entire neighborhood's been smelling like weed recently. I just assumed CryptoPunks were throwing a wake and bake party. Anyways, welcome Snoop! Hit me up if you wanna collab. I got mad rhymes, yo! NFTs, you can use them as you please. Blockchain transfers are a breeze. Well, that's all I got so far. Straight fire though, right?
In arguably the most romantic use of NFTs to date, 2 Coinbase employees have decided to exchange NFT rings in addition to their wedding vows. Rebecca Ross and Peter Kaczerginski tied a knot last week and eternalized their commitment to each other by recording it on a blockchain for everyone to see. As part of their wedding ceremony, the groom wrote a smart contract that issues 2 NFT tokens they named Tabat, the Hebrew word for ring, that featured an animation of 2 separate objects merging into one. Next to their real-life rings, the happy couple also exchanged the Tabat NFTs during the ceremony by sending them to each other's crypto wallet. Are you okay, 13081?
What? Oh yes, totally fine. I definitely wasn't crying or anything. Would be stupid to get sentimental about simple piece of code that just happens to bind 2 people for all eternity. Almost as some sort of immutable proof of love that could never be altered or destroyed. Hey, totally unrelated, but let's move on to the next story, like right now, please.
Alright. In the other news, Legendary Entertainment, the production company behind movies like John Wick, The Dark Knight trilogy, and Pacific Rim, announced an exclusive NFT collection for their much anticipated Godzilla vs. Kong movie. For more on this, we now turn to our field reporter, unnamed Shadow Monkey.
13082. I'm here at the Legendary Entertainment HQ, where we've just witnessed history. The first NFT art release in collaboration with a major film studio, created by the Australian concept artist Boss Logic. The Godzilla vs. Kong NFT collection was officially launched on March 31st and opens the door to future NFT promotions of Hollywood blockbusters. In the announcement, Legendary's executive VP, James Go, said that the company is excited to bring the Godzilla vs. Kong energy directly to the blockchain. Personally, I find the whole Godzilla vs. Kong debate silly. Apes are clearly smarter, faster, and have the ability to use tools. Trust me, I've seen my monkey battles with more than a few overgrown lizards before. It's not a pretty sight. Back to you, 13082.
Thank you for that report, Shadow Monkey. And finally, some news from the motherland. The winning mask of the Hashmask Stripe competition, Draco, was finally presented with their grand prize, a 24-hour feature on a billboard in Times Square this past Saturday. The icy, golden, and toilet paper carrying mask was displayed at the heart of New York City, in what was easily the most eye-catching billboard of the day. To commemorate the event, several Hashmask owners also collaborated on 11 edition print series, which they distributed out in front of the Draco billboard.
Draco! It was surreal to see an actual Hashmask watching over the Big Apple, bumping shoulders with multi-billion brands right there on Times Square. If that doesn't tell you that NFTs are here to stay, nothing ever will. Well, technically, we will, every week. But you'll be a dum-dum for not listening to us sooner.
That's it for this week's episode Hashing It Out. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and send in your news tips for the next week's show. Any feedback, especially the warm and fuzzy kind, is also more than appreciated. On behalf of myself and my lovely co-host 13081, we'll see you next time.